I just find a lot of symmetry in life. A family legacy that's been handed down now and going on the 5th generation. These are the early Ertl toys that came down through the Sawyer family. And you'll notice that they've been curried. So we're guessing these are from the late 50s, early 60s. I think they started out with Richard when the kids were little. So like when Arlen would have been little. Arlen came from a long line of Angus breeders. His grandpa was the first Sawyer to have Angus cattle, and he started out in 1917 where he had bought a great Angus bull, and on Christmas Eve of 1919 he applied and received his membership to the American Angus Association. It wasn't too long after Howard got into the Angus business that the Great Depression occurred. They had sold down livestock. They did everything they could to not spend money and try to get along. And for some reason thought to have Richard go out on the show road showing cattle. Richard was on the road traveling by rail with a show herd and was gone like 6 months of every year there. Loading up on the train in Howard, South Dakota, and then traveling from coast to coast showing. His expenses were very minimal, and the checks that he earned from the cattle placing while at the shows helped sustain the farm through the Depression years. This is Howard and Richard, and Arlen is a young boy. Howard was a very proud man, proud of his family. When his son and his grandson continued on in the Angus business, that was what was truly the most rewarding part of it all. Arlen and I were young and ambitious and thought we knew everything, of course. And so we came down here, started and made our own way and got started on our own. But we had some cattle that originated from Sawyer's Angus farm to help us get started. I'm not totally surprised that everything worked out the way it did, because we always were so single-minded about what we wanted, and it worked. It was really important to Arlen, the 100 years. He would have enjoyed being here to celebrate this.
Last September, we lost a big part of our lives. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't sit there and go, gosh, I wish I knew how Dad would handle this situation, or, what he would have to say about this. My dad used to tell me that when you wake up and look in the mirror in the morning, you got to tell yourself one thing, and that's to get better. And you got to get better every day. Since his passing, we've really never had to ask ourselves, what are we going to do? We knew what we were going to do. The only question we had to ask ourselves is, now how are we going to do it? I actually, along with my mother, took over management, handled all the day-to-day operations, along with my wife and my mother and my sister Jessica. You have to have a fire that has been lit for many generations and passed on from another one. My grandfather had the showmanship award from the South Dakota State Fair, and my sister actually won the showmanship contest at the National Junior Angus Show. And so she had this award to put next to this award that her grandfather had won, and just gave me the sense that there had been a lot of years in planning all of this. And my wife and I, would have hopes that our son would have some of that same passion for doing this that we do.
My grandson, Augustus, was born in 2018. And Arlen was determined that he should have Howard's lifetime membership, and he had it transferred to Augustus. Where's your calf at?
Right there.
Right there. You know what your cow's number is? He has his own little ranch set, and he has his own cows, and you cannot take his cows away from him.
Cows.
Augustus, where'd your bull go?
I know.
You don't know? Well, how are you going to breed your cows?
Can see it.
got I just find a lot of symmetry in life by having him have his great-great-grandpa's membership, and I hope that Augustus will grow up realizing what a legacy he inherited there. I hope Augustus gets to go see the world and get a good education, and after he does all that and he says, you know, I really want to live at Bassett, Nebraska, and I really want to raise Angus cows, you know, it's got to be his choice, but we're hoping that that will be his choice.